accurate outline to true biblical faith. Prayer, section 9.5. Prayer is partnering with the Creator God of the universe. Essentially, we want His perfect will to be accomplished. It is important to avoid hindrances to prayer. This includes relationships with a husband or wife, or someone that is a friend or an acquaintance. Unforgiveness is a poison to your walk with God and closes the door to answered prayer. Known sin also hampers the doorway to heaven. God does answer all prayers. The answer may not be what you want, yet it will always be in your best interest. The answer will always be according to God's will. It may be no or at a future date. We must trust that God knows the past, present, and future. After all, He is the holy Creator God. Hindrances to prayer. Husbands likewise dwell with them with understanding. Give honor to the wife as to the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers may not be hindered. 1 Peter 3:7. You should examine yourself in the light of God's Word. If you find anything not pleasing to God, confess it, believing for forgiveness, that your prayers may be answered. 1 John 1:9. Hindrances to prayer include, number 1, an unharmonious relationship between husband and wife. This will hinder prayer, 1 Peter 3:7. Number 2, selfishness will hinder prayer, James 4:3. This includes asking when your motives are wrong. We are to ask for God's will, not for items that will give us pleasure. Number 3, unforgiveness in our spirit, Matthew 5:22-24. You need to forgive your brother, then return to your prayer. This includes wronging others or having been wronged. Number 4, unbelief or doubt will hinder prayer, James 1 verses 6-7. Number 5, known sin in the heart will hinder prayer, Isaiah 59 verses 1-2. In conclusion, when you pray, number 1, pray to God in total humility. Number 2, ask Him to reveal anything in your life that is not pleasing to Him. Number 3, when revealed to you, judge it, confess it, and call by name and forsake it. The most important factor is to pray in all simplicity and earnestness. We are to believe in our heart, then God will hear and answer our prayers. Does God answer all prayers? If you abide in me and my words abide in you, you'll ask what you desire and it shall be done for you, John 15:7. The Bible is filled with answered prayers. They are throughout the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Essentially, we are commanded to pray, and God has promised to answer, Jeremiah 33 verse 3. There are 2 requirements of answers to prayer. First, you are to abide in Him or continue in Him. This means to remain in His perfect will at all cost. Romans 12 verses 1-2. Second, His words are to abide in you. They are to become a vital part of your life. Essentially, you are to be filled with and guided by His words, Colossians 3 verses 16-17. These 2 requirements will guarantee that your prayers will be answered. How God answers prayer. Number 1, the answer is sometimes immediate. When Peter walked on water and sank, God's answer was immediate, Matthew 14 verses 22-31. Number 2, the answer is sometimes delayed. This delay is according to His will, Romans 8:28. Example, the resurrection of Lazarus. He became sick, and Mary and Martha sent for Jesus. Yet Jesus delayed his coming. Lazarus was dead in the tomb for 4 days. Jesus then arrived and raised Lazarus from the dead. The answer was delayed but not denied. John 11 verses 1 through 44. Number 3, the answer is sometimes no. There are provisions that accompany a no. This includes peace. Philippians 4 verses 6 through 7. This is part of God's grace. 2 Corinthians 12 verses 7 through 10. A no answer is usually for your ultimate good. Number 4, the answer is sometimes different than what you expect. God knows what is best for us. Example, you pray for perseverance and God sends you tribulation. Why? Because tribulation produces perseverance. Romans 5:3. Finally, God answers all your prayers. The answers are not always according to your wishes. They are always according to His perfect will. Next, faith. If you want to study in more depth, I have included URLs to a PDF and the desktop phone graphic studies that I put on Facebook. Let God's Word show you His truth.